South Africa's biggest bank looting scandal continues to unfold. Now, the former king and his family have now been ordered to repay 17.3 million rands linked to the VBS Bank Mutual scandal. But this story goes far beyond one royal family. It involves politicians, businessmen, and bank executives accused of looting billions from a bank that served poor communities. My name is Alokwan, and these are the news that matter the most. Now, around 2016 and 2018, large amounts of money started flowing into the bank from municipalities, even though municipalities are not legally allowed to invest in mutual banks. Now, investigations later revealed that this money was allegedly used in a massive looting scheme involving bank executives and politically connected individuals. Now, according to forensic investigators, about 2 billion rands to 2.3 billion rands was looted from the bank through fraud, corruption, and money laundering. Now, this scandal caused VBS Mutual Bank to collapse in 2018, leaving municipalities and ordinary depositors devastated. And still in 2018, Advocate Terry Mutau released a forensic report titled The Great Bank Heist. Now, the report identified over 50 individuals and companies who allegedly benefited from the looted money. And the report revealed that the money was distributed through fake investments, bogus loans, luxury payments, and political donations. And the report also found that the former vendor king by the name of Utonimpepu Ramabulana allegedly received about 17 million rands linked to the VBS Bank. Now, that money was reportedly paid through entities connected to the royal family. Courts and liquidators have now moved to recover the money from the king and his family. They have been ordered to repay approximately 17.3 million rands, which investigators believe formed part of the stolen VBS fund. And as it is already known that this VBS bank scandal involved bank executives, politicians, and some of the business people, such as Uchifiwa Matodzi, who was a former chairperson of VBS Bank, considered to be the mastermind behind the scheme. He, however, pleaded guilty to corruption, fraud, and money laundering and was sentenced to 15 years in prison after being convicted of multiple counts. And there was also Andile Ramabonga, who was a former CEO of the VBS Mutual Bank, accused of participating in the looting scheme, and his case has been part of the ongoing prosecutions related to the scandal. And also a gentleman by the name of Philip Truter, now who was a former chief financial officer of the VBS Mutual Bank, who turned state witness against other accused individuals, and he was sentenced to 10 years in prison, with part of the sentence being suspended. And last but not least, there were several municipal officials who were accused of illegally investing municipal funds into VBS Bank. Now, some municipalities involved include Vembe District Municipality, Limpopo municipalities, and Northwest municipalities. And several politicians have also been linked to the VBS Bank. For an example, there was also Justice Minister Thembi Simelane, who allegedly received a loan of about 575,000 rands linked to a company connected to VBS Bank. Now, she denied any wrongdoing and said the loan was legitimate. And since the collapse of VBS Bank, investigators and liquidators have been trying to recover the stolen money. So far, about 730 million rands has been clawed back from the looted funds. And liquidators continue to pursue individuals and companies that benefited from the scandal. Now, creditors, including municipalities and depositors, have started receiving partial repayments from recovered amounts. And the current status of the VBS scandal is that several criminal cases are still ongoing. Some individuals have already been arrested, some have already pleaded guilty, and some have already been sentenced. However, many civil recovery cases are still continuing. The repayment order against the former vendor king and his family is part of the broader effort to recover the money. And VBS scandal remains one of the biggest financial crimes in South African history. It exposed how politicians, bankers, and connected elites were able to loot billions from a bank that served the community. And while some perpetrators have been jailed, The fight to recover the stolen money, including the 17.3 million rands linked to the former vendor king, is still ongoing. And as the words of Utere Mutau, this was indeed the greatest bank heist within the borders of South Africa. What are your thoughts?